Hi, Paula. Good evening. I hope you had a great day. We're going to start with today's classes, right? We stop in connecting key terms, right? So for that part, we're going to watch video to understand a little bit the next part that we're gonna talk about, right? So we have different connectors, right? That was the part where we stop. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you. And once you can, oh my goodness, no, you can't see actually. So give me a second. Okay. No, it's not this one. Oh, yes, it is. So I'm going to share my screen and pay attention to this video, right? Y repasar, conectar. Oh, no, it's not this one. Oh. No. Give me a second, please. Okay.
Connectors list in English.
All right, so I'm going to share my screen with you. All right, so, okay. So let's listen to it.
Connectors about opinion. I think. I believe. I feel. In my opinion. In my view. As far as I know. It seems likely. It seems to me. In my experience. As far as I'm concerned. I tend to think that. As far as I understand. Connectors about sequence. Firstly. Secondly. Third. Then. Next. Afterwards. Finally. Eventually. Previously. After that. Meanwhile. Sequently. Connectors about addition. And. Also. In addition. Further. Furthermore. As well as. And then. Two. Besides. In addition to. Moreover. Additionally. Not only but also. Then. Again. Finally. Connectors about emphasis. Above all. Especially. More importantly. Indeed. Significantly. Notably. In particular. In fact. To be sure. Truly. Actually. In reality. As it happens. For sure. For sure. We could say, undeniably. Connectors about contrast. However, nevertheless, alternatively, despite this, on the contrary, yet, whereas, apart from, even so, although, in spite of, while, connectors about conclusion, to conclude, in conclusion, finally, on the whole, summarizing, overall, to sum up, evidently, connectors about comparison, equally, as with, likewise, in the same way, similarly, like, of contrast. Despite this, in comparison, in contrast, even though, connectors about illustration. For example, such as, for instance, in other words, an instance, as revealed by, to show that, in the case of, as an example, for one thing, connectors about cause and effect, because, since, or, so, consequently, therefore, thus, hence, owing to, as a result of, causes, as a consequence of, leads to.
Okay, so that will be everything about the video. And okay, we're going to continue. We already seen the text in text referencing. Now we're going to see this part of the structure, right? And it's about, okay, I'm sharing my screen. So we have the cohesive devices, right? In this case, we have some connectors though. For example, leading to, that, they, this, does, for example, as a result, providing overall. So what kind of connector are you going to use? It depends on what are you going to join. We know that we're going to join two sentences, right? But more than that, we need to know that we have kind of connectors. If you're going to introduce a new idea, so then you have to use a connector to introduce something, okay? In this case, we don't have something like that, right? An example could be, first of all, right, in order to start your paragraph. And more than, well, the other purpose of using connectors is the cohesion that we are going to need, right? When we say cohesion, right, it means to give the text the importance and the correct meaning, okay? What do I mean with this? If I'm going to choose a topic, right, whatever topic I want, once I choose this topic, I have to develop the ideas that I could have about the paragraph, okay? Right. In one paragraph, it's not only compounded by sentences, right? Of course, we know topic sentences, we have supporting ideas, sorry, and then, but how about these situations when we want to connect two clauses, right? We need to use the correct connector with the purpose of showing to our reader that something goes in some way. It goes like, how can we say, it goes in a frequently way, right? So it's going to be a knowledge, right? And it's gonna be difficult if I don't know, right? If I don't know the context, okay? The other purpose of this point, right? Talking about the cohesion, right? Cohesion. Give me a second, please. Okay. Give me a second. One of my students talked to me and then I'm answering. Okay. Okay, yes. All right, so let's continue. We have to understand again what is the meaning of cohesion, right? We have the some situations where we have some sentences, we have some ideas, and then they need to connect, right? So that's the meaning of it, right? That's the cohesion in writing, right? And then it refers to the way, okay, we use vocabulary and grammatical structures, okay, to make connections between the ideas within a text, okay? So it looks easy, but it's not, right? Because we need to choose the best one. And I remember that it was one of my biggest problems, right, when writing an essay, because I couldn't identify it or it was incorrect for me. So I'm very cautious on those situations, right, when I'm writing. So that's the problem. So it provides flow, okay, and sequence, right? Is the point of this. The cohesive devices, right, provides flow and sequence to your work, okay, and helps make your paragraph clear for the reader. That's the point. If I'm not going to use the correct connector, then I'm going to lose the clear, or maybe I'm going to lose the sequence, right? So first happened this, then happened this other one, and then happened this. As a result, I have this activity, for example, right? I'm going to show you right now another example. Give me a second, please. Give me a second, it is loading. So it is loading. Okay, it is loading. Please give me a second. Okay, I'm going to share my screen with you. We're only gonna see this chart, right? Because then we have more. And okay. Okay, so those are the references, and then so we're going to see this peak in this, right? So we have some words, right? In order to give the sequence to our paragraph, okay? So to train our systems, we use identical data sets categorized by our two human judges as introductory material. Thesis, main ideas, supporting ideas, conclusion, and title. Okay, this is important. And our discourse analysis system use different features. Says okay. We didn't find a connector in this one. Okay. Several for model building, we put which. Okay, we have which. It's not another program, right? Rhetorical relations. No. We don't have in this one. Samsung freeze. Okay. Okay, weather, right? For example, first, okay, and then, as you can see, it gives the sequence to our paragraph, okay? Okay, for example, the language modeling in this part, we have next. We need a model that assigns probability to each conceivable sequence of the scores. Okay, so we have, this is the topic sentence, okay? This one is the topic sentence. Okay. This until this part is a topic sentence. Then we have supporting ideas. These probabilities share these 5 future label sequences, okay? Then we have more. We have rather, and yes, those are the only two connectors that we have. In the example sequences, we can, okay, we have more than, okay, but the point here, right, my point of showing this complex, this is an essay, right? The purpose of this is to show you what is the purpose of the connectors, right? So if we omit the connectors, we're going to lose the sequence, okay? Okay, so I'm going to continue sharing the other page we saw. Okay, there you have it. So these are more simple, right? We have, and of course, in your paragraph, you can add connectors, simple connectors, right? Not as we've seen in the other part, leading to that, for example, as a result, providing an overall, right? I guess this is the same. Yes, it's the same. Okay. Then we're going to continue with the next point. Author's voice and stance in the paragraph. Okay, we're going to see this example. We have some words that are highlighted. How the author's voice demonstrated through the choice of verbs, adjectives, and cautious phrases runs through the paragraph, and how the author's stance, we are talking about the opinion, is illustrated throughout the text, okay? So we have can, right? Corporate social responsibility can generate, okay? So it's opinion of the author, right? Can generate a positive reputation, or maybe what it means to be his or her point of view, right? A positive reputation for a company, leading to possibly more, right? Sales and growth. It's possibly more. It's a statistic, right? It's an opinion that has the author, okay? It's his or her opinion. According to Jones et al., a corporation that invests in the environmental and ethical approaches of CSR will demonstrate to the public and the media that they are a responsible company. Watson provides evidence. Okay, so why is this not word highlighted? Because provides is not the author's voice. Okay, the evidence that this improves consumer sales as consumers tend to, okay, authors sense. Support ethical green business practical thus improving profitability. So if when we say improving, the author thinks or he estimates that the company is going to improve, right? Profitability and encouraging growth. The company with a range of opportunities, it means that probably the author looked for it, okay? Overall, the evidence seems to suggest that investing in CSR can improve brand image and productivity, okay? So we have the author's voice. There is not too much to say about it, okay? Okay, so, right. This is a essay structure that we are going to use, okay? An argument essay, we have the different kind of essays. The first one is an argument essay, okay? This can be structured, this structure can be organized, in two ways. We have the block and we have point by point. What is the meaning of block? Block is where the two main body paragraphs, right, are divided separately into for or against and point by point. Is where each main body paragraph as an counter argument followed by the main argument. Okay, so we have the block, okay, where we're going to find the introduction, counter argument, and arguments, and the conclusion. In the other block, the other line, the other column, we're going to find the introduction as we use as we share with the first column block. We have introduction, point by point. In this point by point, okay, in our counter argument, we're going to develop our own argument about a topic. So, for example, I'm going to talk about the euthanasia, right? So you have 2 points. If you agree, agree? No. I'm going to say it in a different way. If you agree or if you disagree. So in this case, you agree. In this one, you disagree, right? So you have to say the argument, right? You have to say the argument. And what is the purpose or why? So I disagree with euthanasia because it's a human way to live and then, okay. So for example, many people think that it's unnecessary, right, to have an access to the euthanasia, right, to get the vaccine of euthanasia because, and then, so you are saying what other people said, okay. So let's suppose this is a positive argument. So they think that, well, they agree, right? So you're going to take maybe, or what is the common, or what are the common opinions about the euthanasia if they agree, right? So they agree, or some people, many people say that it's better to, we don't have to support, we don't have to survive to our life, we have to live it, and then, right? So as soon as you said what another person, what people have said, they have said, then you're going to continue with the argument. The reason of it, okay? Could be your point, though there is no problem. So in this case, it's going to be your point. For example, you agree. Okay, So I agree with this one. So you're going to give a little bit of introduction, okay? I would recommend you to look for it, to look for the lesson that you're going to talk about. For example, you may use words like, goodness, I'm so tired. Okay, so you're going to use your point of view. What do you think about the situation, right? You may look for a statistics one. Why? So when you're going to develop, you need to know, right? What is the general opinion, okay? Or what is how is the statistics, right? So maybe you're going to say, because you looked for it, you investigated, you're going to say 8 out of 10, okay, people that were asked about let the euthanasia, okay, in our society, for everybody that can or want, instead of the other one, want to take the vaccine, right? So you look for it. So then you have a definition, you have a short paragraph, right? It's a little, no, it goes together, right? But you have a list of 2 lines, could be 3 lines, okay? So then you're going to argument it. I agree or I disagree with this point because blah, 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 and you continue. Okay? So it's a counter argument in your argument. Okay, remember, if you're going to talk about euthanasia, you have to mention about a little bit about it, looking for statistics that is going to help you in order to have more information and to let the essay clear for others once. Okay? Okay, notice that we only have one conclusion, okay? All right, give me a second. Okay, let's see this example. As a normal, we have the say, right? So we're going to choose the key topic in this paragraph, right, in the block. Then we're going to continue with development. What are we going to develop? The main idea or the topic discussed in more detail, okay? I'm going to talk about food, fast food, okay? Fast food is terrible for humans because it contains 2 unnecessary calories. Okay, so that's my main idea, my topic sentence. Then I have to support that idea, okay? So I'm going to say 10 9 over 10 people prefer taking or eating fast food because it's cheap, for example, right? It's cheaper than the healthy food. So as you've seen, we can also have the option to use some words, right? But everything that you are going to talk about the paragraph needs to be about your topic. For example, something that I mentioned a minute ago, it was the fast food, okay? So in this case, I already have the main idea, the topic sentence. Then I have to develop, or I have to show more points about it, okay? So in that order, you are going to be available to write, okay? To use it. Okay, what else can we say? Oh my God, I'm really sick, okay? Okay. Oh, give me a second. Oh, yes, it's okay. Right, so as I showed you the video, I saw an option in the microphone, right? But I thought you couldn't listen the video, right? Okay, so Then, in order to show more examples, to continue with the main idea, okay, the topic is discussed in more detail, okay. Then we have to continue with example. You have to support, you need to have evidence or data, statistics that show your development is valid, okay, or is credible at least. Okay, what else can we say? We're going to continue with the next paragraph. In this next paragraph, we are going to use the second main idea of the topic discussed. We're going to find more details, right? So we have the topic sentence. Okay. Once I have the topic sentence, I'm going to support that topic sentence with more sentences, okay? More sub-ideas, we can call like that, right? So we have main idea, then we have more sentences, and we're going to see that it's important, right? It's important to take care in this point. You need to have cohesion, right? It's important. Why? I have some students and they only look for whatever sentence in this glossary. I'm gonna show you. I hope I can find one of my students' homework, but I'm gonna check for it. Give me a second. Okay, I guess it was no. I guess it's no, it's not this. Topics. No. Okay, well, I guess it's this one. Okay, I'm going to show you one of my students' essay. And she chose health benefits of sport, right? So in this first paragraph, we're finding we're finding the definition, okay? Health is a state of physical, social, and mental well-being, okay? So that's and not only a lack of illness, okay? So look at that part. When I saw a lack of illness, it calls me the attention, or it calls attention, right? It got my attention. So that's the main idea, the topic sentence, okay? And it's in general one, right? Health, it's a general one. I'm talking about health in general. Then it is often thought that exercising has only physical benefits. As a result, many people start doing exercise looking for physical results that need to be accepted by society. But okay, we have but. It's an introductory or connector, right? It goes far beyond the physical results. Exercising also improves the quality of sleep, mood, and has many benefits for the brain, okay? In this case, it goes to the general, we're talking about health, and then this girl, Daniela, right, add information about the topic sentence, okay? So it goes to the general, to the specific one. So we have the PP1, is the principal idea, right? Or the main sentence, the topic sentence, okay? Exercising reduces the risk of getting sick. So it means that from that clause, from that idea, we're going to develop the paragraph. There are a lot of people who suffer from being overweight, okay? From being overweight, yes, of overweight. So as you can see, something that I really love about this of working in Google Docs is that I can use the markers. I can underline in the middle of the sentence or the word that is incorrect, right? So I corrected, right? It was not of overweight, it was only overweight. Bolivian students have overweight and obesity. So 3 out of 10, look at this part, please. 3 out of 10 Bolivian students have overweight and obesity. So she looked for the information and she took that information, right? So she used quotations, okay? Oh, but we need to use capitalization elements. Yes. 3 out of 10 Bolivian students have overweight and obesity. So she took the material from UNICEF page, right? So there you have the citation. And there are millions of people all over the world who died because of a heart attack. We live in a society where nobody cares about the importance of exercising and having healthy habits. A lot of research show that exercising and healthy nutrition reduce the risk of getting sick. In fact, okay, so we have in fact, we're using a new connector, right? I'm sorry, give me a second, please. Okay, so as you've seen, everything about the all that this student developed about no, sorry, all this paragraph, right? The whole paragraph. The first thing that she made it was find the problem, right? The problem is exercise, or the problem, or maybe a possible solution. Exercise and reduce the risk of getting sick. From that part, the student got or she started developing, right, the sentence, right? So there is nothing apart, right? There is a well-structured paragraph. We're using a great vocabulary. What else? We don't have nothing that is not related of the PP1, okay? So that's the way it needs to be, okay? We don't need to add more information that it's not going to occur. So we have, or we call it as an unnecessary information, okay? So you have to take care. If I'm going to take fruits, I'm not gonna add vegetables, for example, right? If I'm gonna do it, it needs to be related, okay? So healthy food. So it includes fruits, vegetables, protein, and then, right? But I'm not gonna mention something about cars, for example. That is not part of the lesson, right? It's not part of the PP1, of the main idea of that topic sentence, okay? So we have the almost at the end, okay? And health and nutrition reduce the risk of getting sick. So then you have the principal idea, the main idea of the test, right? So we're going to stop until this part, please. I have another course, right? We were supposed to practice these 10 minutes. We actually do this, right? We have some, the student chose the one topic, right? And then we start developing it class by class, right? So the student have the students, right? They have the option to think about the idea and then, okay? So please, I would recommend you to, I sent you some PPTs, so try to look for it, right? Review all of it, okay? If you have many videos to watch, review all the PPTs and then you're going to understand better, right? What else? I feel as I'm forgetting something. No, that will be, right? That will be. So thank you for your attention. If you have any question, please watch the video the videos we have in the YouTube channel. And what else? Read the PPT. If you have any question about it, let me know. Okay,